For the first time in his career, Carlos Alcaraz defends the title and wins his second Barcelona Open, a very dominant performance by the world number 2. So let's break down how he won this match as well as the tournament as a whole. And before we continue with the video, 99% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you enjoy regular tennis content, do me a massive favour and hit that subscribe button. So let's start off with the final. Alcaraz knew exactly what to do by attacking Tsitsipas' backhand regularly. He had a very effective kick serve to Tsitsipas' backhand. As you could see when he switched up the serve position, he was really targeting that backhand return because Tsitsipas cannot get that much whip or power behind his backhand. Therefore it gave Alcaraz easy +1 forehands and backhands to create great offense off of. Also, bringing into this, his great volley skills as well. Like, he could hit a nice ground stroke off that +1, but even then, he would often rush to the net, approach to the net, and hit a great drop volley, smash, with no fear. He was absolutely electric the whole time at the net. And those cat and mouse points as well, he won most of them, turning great defense into offense most of the time. Then Tsitsipas was the one that got the early break on in that first set. So Alcaraz showed great maturity and confidence to be able to break back as well as get a second break in order to take that first set 6-3. And then obviously as well, getting the break in the second set basically sealed the deal for Carlos Alcaraz. Some Greek viewers also pointed out that they heard Tsitsipas telling his father in Greek that Alcaraz was playing unstoppably well and Tsitsipas had almost accepted defeat at the end. It was nice to see a nice handshake between the two as well, as Alcaraz did say in the interview. The match last year was a spicy match, but he did manage to overcome it this time in straight sets rather than a 3-set victory. He should have won last year's match actually in 2 sets. However, he got broken like 3 times in a row or something and ended up losing that second set 7-5. So this time didn't happen. He didn't feel any of that scoreboard pressure and he managed to serve out the match to love, which was a great service game by him. Now, this tournament could have been a lot different if Jannik Sinner hadn't pulled out, because obviously we would have got Musetti versus Sinner in that quarterfinal and a potential Sinner versus Tsitsipas rematch on clay, which I do believe Sinner could have won because he was in very good form. However, his calendar was quite stacked. So we could have had an Alcaraz-Sinner final on clay. Probably would have been similar to that Umag final, but those second and third sets where Alcaraz lost it 6-1, 6-1 would have been very different, as he wouldn't have had that mental blockage that he had during that Umag match, and we would have got a very interesting clay court final if we had Sinner playing in this final. So yeah, Alcaraz defends his title, wins it in dominant fashion, just like his last title in Indian Wells. He didn't drop a set, and it's nice to see that he is picking up these clay court ATP 500 titles, because obviously Tsitsipas is 0-10 in ATP 500 finals. So Alcaraz again just showing his brilliance at such a young age, that he's able to outperform players who are 4 or 5 years older than him, who have had time to perfect their tools, yet he's going toe-to-toe with basically everybody. I think it's good to see that Alcaraz is definitely a force to be reckoned with, especially on clay courts. And there was also 2 other tournaments this week, as we had Holger Rune defending his title in Munich, or should I say the BMW Open, by beating Botic van der Zandschulp, a rematch of the final last year where unfortunately Rune won via a withdrawal from Botic van der Zandschulp during the match as he was injured. So it was funny to see that match play out again. And Rune saved 3 match points in the third set, so a great mental performance by him. And overall, a solid win for Rune on the clay courts, just proving that he is a top contender on clay courts, and that he probably should have won Monte Carlo last week as well. But because he was almost 5-1 up in that third set, he had points for 5-1. So, yeah, I mean, he's just demonstrating that he is such a good, strong clay court player. As well as this, we had Dusan Lajovic defeating the Monte Carlo champion Andrei Rublev. So, Rublev has lost a match of clay for the first time this year, as he was on a hot streak after that Monte Carlo win. He was playing with a lot of confidence, I believe, in his game, and he's finally lost a match on clay now. I mean, he should have lost the Monte Carlo final, as I just said, but nevertheless, Rublev can take a lot of confidence from that, and he was playing with extreme confidence. However, Lajovic is just too strong on clay. He has too much experience, especially this year as well, as Rublev did not decide to play the South American Golden Swing. So those were the 2 other tournaments that happened this week as well. So that was all I had to say. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care and peace.